Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. We're live. Welcome. This is Deanna here. I hope you're doing well, guys. Good morning for those who just woke up. Good morning. Good uh, afternoon for somebody, or even good evening. Hello, everybody. Hello. So, yeah, today we are going to continue our topic uh, about houses, apartments in Ukraine. Hello, everybody. Hello. So last time I spoke about prices to buy a house or a flat. So we will continue the theme, but this time about renting a flat and all of the rules, because I can tell you more about this process as I was working as a realtor when I lived in Ukraine for 1 year. That's why I know a lot about this process, about all of these details. And I also know that there are some differences between renting a flat, in different countries and in Ukraine. And I'm going to tell you today about this. Maybe one of them will be surprising for you. And yes, can you please write me here in the chat? How are you doing? Hello, Miguel. Привет. Hello. Hello, Hans. Hello. Yes, guys. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello. Hello, guys. Yes. So, before we will start, I just wanted to tell you that um, that we are thinking of planning on, uh, making another channel where there will be only Ukrainian ladies live. It will be live chat, and you will be able to talk with the Ukrainian ladies with different age. I will be also there, and I just wanted to ask if it will be interesting for you. Yesterday, you tell me your opinion and comments, and I just wonder maybe today you have something to add. So yeah, my question is if it will be interesting for you if we will start a new channel where there will be live streams with Ukrainian ladies, and you will be able to ask them any questions that you're interested in. And also, if you would like, if there will be maybe even a guy, not only a lady. So, what do you think of it? And yes, please write me here in comments your opinion. And yes, you're welcome to ask me your questions today also. But please, let's keep on our today's topic, renting in Ukraine, renting apartment, renting house in Ukraine. Okay, so we will not jump from one topic to another. I just wanted to ask you, please, if we can stay with one topic. Okay, one topic at a time. I mean, today we're talking about flats, and I will be very thankful if you will write me in the comments here in chat, or better even in the video, under the video, comments below the video, sorry. And I will really appreciate it, because in this case, I will not lose your comments, because chat, I only can now read chat, but after live stream ends, our chat disappears, so I cannot come back. And if you will write me comments below the video, I will be able to come back to to read your opinion. And yeah, if you have any topics that you would be interested to discuss during our next live streams, you're very welcome. I will be very thankful if you have some ideas. Okay, guys, so I can see already here are some questions. Yeah, okay, let me see. Thank you, guys, thank you very much. What type of interior design the most Ukrainian ladies like based on your knowledge? You know, I think it's a hard question because the question about house design, it's very individual, and I think it depends on the person. But I think many Ukrainians ladies now like, of course, modern design. New style, creative and modern. But I also think that at the same time, Ukrainian ladies like some traditional designs, and for example, I know some people in Ukraine who live, in the apartment with, right, like close to Ukrainian traditional design flat. And yeah, so I believe it depends a lot on people. So it's a good question, but it also depends on the city, because in smaller cities, of course, there are flats has uh, just usual medium design. I mean, not modern, not super stylish. Those people who live in big cities, of course, there are more more creative, more stylish designs in their home. So it depends a lot. Thank you.
Яна, вермішельку можна тобі тарілку виложити?
If the ladies are not part of the database, I believe it would be better to start a new channel. But if they are part of, you could simply do it here. Yes, thank you, Ark. If we will start it, we will create a new team with the ladies who will be live in this channel. So I will be, of course, one of them, but probably it will be new ladies, new ladies that you haven't seen before, or maybe, I don't know, renting Russia. Please. What is the trending style for houses, apartments in Ukraine? For example, in America, it ranges from modern to urban burn house. Yes, I think the most popular design now for flats, for sure, it's some modern, creative, simple, simple and convenient design. So that's why there are, many new buildings, especially in Kiev, of course, in the capital. There are a lot of new buildings with a modern design, and all of the people, they prefer, of course, to live in new buildings. There are also, if we are talking about flats, of course, there are also old buildings in Ukraine. Also, a lot of old buildings, and people are trying, not to live there because. Buildings which were built in the Soviet, they are not the best choice for Ukrainians. So that's why they are trying, to find some flat which will be more modern. Okay. I'd like to know examples of renovation project in the pre-2022 time. If we buy properties in Ukraine, this can be quite useful. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It depends, of course, on the region, so be careful with this. But yeah. Scandinavian style is starting to get popular, very light and modern, as opposite in Russia, where they sometimes go 30 years back in time. Absolutely. I mean, in Ukraine too, of course, there are some apartments with the old style, but of course, people are in Ukraine, they're trying to find something modern. And yeah, so I'm going to show you the first apartment now, and I will not tell you the price. Firstly, I just wanted to try to guess the price for this apartment. It's Loading. Guys, can you see it now or not? Please let me know in comments because I'm ready to a flat from my old laptop, and it's quite hard for the computer, to generate it. But oh yeah, I think you can see it now. So it's 1-room apartment, 1-room flat. You see, it's not a modern style, not modern, but anyway, it's new. 1 room. Uh, Separated bedroom. Remember, guys, I told you that usually in Ukraine they count 1 bedroom means there will be 1 bedroom without living room, and here was the same. This apartment, I'm pretty sure it was studio before, but they just built a wall and made it like 2 rooms. So Ukrainian will call this flat 2 rooms, but as long as I think the apartment, the flat was firstly built like 1 room, and they just added this wall. They still count it like one. So it's pretty good. It's in Kiev. This apartment is in Kiev. Separated room for the wardrobe. Yes, separated room. And it's pretty, by the way, it's pretty rare for Ukrainian, because we're used to have wardrobe at home without having separate room for this, and this is pretty rare. So it's quite good apartment in Kiev. Once again, 1 room. And what do you think is the price for this flat, guys? What do you think is the price? I'm showing you now actually like real ad on the website, which Ukrainian used to find flat. So it's like real website. And what do you think? What's your opinion? What do you think? How much this apartment will cost for 1 month? What's your suggestions for this? Good morning, Bill. Hello. OLX, yes, Ark. I see you know. Yeah, absolutely. It's OLX website. Very popular, as I told you. Very popular to find a flat, and also here people sell some stuff, anything. So it's like second-hand website where you can buy something that were already used, but people sell it. Oh, we like it. Yes, guys. So what's your suggestions for the price? What do you think? How much? The wood flooring really helps bring in space. Yes. And high heels, yes, absolutely. Okay, Ark's suggestion is $300-400. Anybody has any suggestions for the price for this flat? What are your suggestions, guys? How much does this flat cost in Kiev, guys? It's not the center of Kiev, but it's a pretty good area. Pretty good area. 1 room, Kiev. Good. Good flat. Of course, it's not big, but oh, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the comments like this. Yes, thank you. OLX actually is quite popular in Latin America for the same reason. Really? OLX is popular in Latin America? Oh my god, I'm very surprised. Bill has another suggestion. This apartment costs 250 a month, and Anne has absolutely correct suggestion. Yes, this apartment costs $200 a month. It's 8,000 hryvnias. It's about 200. Yeah. So what do you think, guys? Do you think it worth it? Do you think this apartment worth to 200? I wanted to tell you that of course, when the war started, prices for rent they went down, and now prices are lower as it was before. But I would tell you that anyway, 8,000 hryvnias for Ukrainian salaries, it's not cheap. It's not expensive. It's medium price, and it's for Kiev. For Kiev, it's cheap. To tell the truth, for Kiev, the price is cheap. But in this hard situation, anyway, it's medium price, so it's not super cheap for Ukrainians. 200 a month. It's like quite medium, because they also need to pay. For electricity, for water, all of these charges, and it costs, usually about 1,500 hryvnias, which is about 30-40 dollars. But for Ukrainians, it's like quite much too. So 200. Yes, absolutely. This apartment costs $200. It's in Kiev, and yes, absolutely worth it. Yes, I agree with you. So, okay, guys, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to show you another flat and let you guess what is the price. As a middle class Norwegian, I think $200 is worth it. I would not suffer at all from this price. Yes, but as I told you, for Ukrainians, it's medium price. It's not cheap for Ukrainians at all. And guys, it's in Kiev, so it's in capital, so it's a good location. It's not, it's not village, not small city. It's capital. So, 200 are good offer for the standard quality of it. Interior design. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to show you the next one. Can we buy flat to repair with war damage at less price? Yes, Bill. Yes, of course you can. And to tell the truth, I think that it might be what even I do. But it's a quite good question how much how much it will cost to repair apartment in Ukraine, because it's a good question, because it might cost the same price as the apartment and we never know when the next bomb will be thrown and where it will be. So that's why I don't know. Yes, guys, I'm sorry, my computer is very slow because I'm using my old laptop, and sorry. Of course, we need to put the rental price in comparison with local income. Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you, that of course for salaries in Europe it's like super cheap. I understand it, but for Ukrainians it's it's not cheap. It's really not cheap. Would you like me to show you apartment not in Kiev but in smaller city? Let me find you some in smaller cities. Does the rent go up every year? I mean, when the country is not in war. No, Hans, I would not tell you that the price goes up every year. No, don't think so. Usually what Ukrainians do when they rent apartment, they make a contract for 1 year to rent apartment, and they count to pay this price, during this year. Of course, it will not change. It might go up a little bit after 1 year, but I will tell the truth, it's not often that the owners um, make the price more expensive. It's rare because they understand that they can lose people who live there. They can lose their um, the people who live there. Yes, but what I wanted to tell you about, guys, is that here in Europe, for example, what I see right now is that it is dangerous for the owner, yeah, to find not the best people to live, and the owners are pretty afraid of it. Yeah, that's also a big topic, what I wanted to talk with you about, because we were looking for a flat and people, they're really scared to rent, to rent somebody their apartment. They're scared because people can, how they call it, occupate it. Yes, and they can live there but not pay, and it will be very difficult to kick them out. In Ukraine, guys, it's absolutely opposite, because in Ukraine the owner can kick you out like this if you don't pay for 1 week. And in Ukraine, but it makes this process more simple, because in Ukraine it works very, very easy. I mean, you have money, you rent, no problem. They will not ask what this money comes from. Of course, they will ask you maybe, what do you do for a living, just to know, but nothing special. If you have money, you will make this contract. You pay for first month, for the last month, and usually, here in Spain, I must pay one first month, last month, and also the price of the month, as a guarantee that I will not damage something in the house. And if I will break something, this money will go, to repair. In Ukraine, no. In Ukraine, you pay for first month and you pay for the last month, and usually the last month and this guarantee price is the same. So you pay the first month, of course. I mean, if apartment costs $200, you will pay 200 for the first month and 200 as the last month and as a guarantee, the same. So that's all. You just make this contract. You just pay for 2 months and you leave, and live in the flat. If something happens, if you cannot pay, you just tell the owner, I cannot pay, or the owner see that you don't pay. Of course, you can talk, you can agree with the owner, like, oh, I'm sorry, I need to postpone the payment this month. If it's possible, please, can we postpone the payment for 2 weeks? And you might agree with the owner. They will understand that maybe you have some financial problems. It's okay. But if the owners see that you don't pay for 2 months, they will just kick you out. They will just tell, I'm sorry, but you need to move because you don't pay. And it's absolutely normal. That's why owners, they're not so much afraid to rent apartment. And it's really much easier. in Ukraine, as I see. And if you will not agree to move, to go out, they will just call the police and police will help. I mean, it's normal. So that's why owners, they are not that much afraid. You don't need 1 million documents to prove them that you can live here. No, it's easier in Ukraine. You pay, you have money, you will leave. You don't have money, you will leave. But yeah, so that's all. Nothing, nothing complicated. um oh, guys, you have a lot of comments. Nice. Hello, hello. When you rent a flat, does it include electric and gas, or do you have to pay that extra? And I'm talking about rentals by the month. Yes, absolutely. You must pay it extra. So, electricity, water, gas, it's not included in the price for rent usually. Very rare. It can happen that the owner might include the payment of gas, might be, if because usually it's usually pretty cheap, it's not much expensive, so they can include rare. But no, electricity and water for sure you pay extra, so it's not included. Very rare. I haven't even heard that it will be included in the price, because it depends a lot on people. Some people can use a lot of water and use less electricity. Some can be opposite. So, yeah. And if Ukrainian family will, to tell the truth, if Ukrainian family will just rent apartment and payment for electricity and gas and water will be included in the price, Ukrainian will not turn off the lights at all. I mean, there will be very relaxed and use electricity as much as they want, and it will be pretty expensive for the owner to pay. That's why owners don't do that. I think this is the reason. Do the apartment complex have other amenities like gym, pool, etc.? Guys, usually no. Usually no. If you will rent, pretty expensive, uh, modern, super new apartment in new building, there might be gym or pool, but it will be pretty expensive. And usually, no, there are no pool or gym in the apartment, nothing like this, because I don't know if you have seen how Ukrainian buildings usually look like. Maybe I'm going to show you if my computer will let me do that, because it's still loading the one page all this time. So I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to show you. And usually it's not included. No, usually it's not included. But I would tell you that in Ukraine there are a lot of, especially in Kiev, there are a lot of complexes like this, a lot of gyms, a lot of. So you can find it easily next to your home. It's not a problem. That house by the water in the village, I think was good. You can buy that for. I would take that and remodel it, put on a Tesla home. Oh my god. Yes, you mean home that we saw yesterday by the lake. It was not 200, it was 2000. The home we saw yesterday next to the lake, it was 2000, not 200. If you buy apartment or home in Ukraine and plan to do upgrades, it may take you a while to finish to find someone that can do those upgrades properly. And if you do find them, they are not cheap. You know, I could not agree with you because there are. I mean, it's very popular in Ukraine. You know, to um, to it's a very popular profession in Ukraine. I don't know how to call it exactly, to uh, to do all the upgrades and repairing. So there are a lot of people who work like this, and be sure it will not be difficult to find these people. But I agree with you that it will be more complicated to find someone that do those upgrades properly. This is true. This is true. So it will not be difficult to find people, but those who will do it really well, yeah, this was is more difficult in Ukraine because there are, you know, many people who do it like just to do it and just to get paid, not in the, you know, very good quality, not with a good quality, but it's true. I would only buy house or apartment that needs a upgrade if I do this repairs in my own. Wow, that's a great idea. It's also popular in Ukraine. You know, many people they want to save their money. That's why they just do that by themselves. But usually this up. I'm sorry, guys. Somebody called me. So uh, yeah. Usually people to save their money they make this upgrade for themselves. And oh my god, it's a big joke in Ukraine that, you know, usually these upgrades they can last for, oh my god, for a month, for years, even sometimes, because, you know, people need usually what happens. Um, they are um, buying a house, and usually it's like a young family, or, you know, not only the family, just some young couple, you know, and they need to work, they need to make this upgrades at home, at the same time they need to keep yeah, keep watching on their children, do homework with their children, and it's very very difficult, hard. That's why this process usually can last for, my god, years, really. And yeah, it's just funny because if you hear that somebody is making this upgrades at home, people just understand that it is terrible. And usually their neighbors, oh my god, you know what, people in Ukraine, they are scared to sometimes to buy a flat in the new building because they understand that all of the neighbors will be doing these upgrades for years, and that's why it will be very noisy, because, you know, of this all the time in the wall, and people are really, you know, afraid. They're trying not to buy a house knowing that somebody's of their neighbors are doing upgrades right now. They know that it will be terrible, there will be a lot of noise, and very hard. uh uh or bring with me trusted electrician. By the way, guys, about this, don't worry. Electrician in Ukraine, they are very cheap. They're very cheap, and I would not tell you that they are really bad in their work. No, because this profession in Ukraine is very popular, and it's very you know, low income, and that's why there are a lot of electrician in Ukraine. And if we're talking only about, you know, electricians or plumbers, don't worry about this. This for sure, you will find somebody for this, and they will make their job okay. I mean, and it will not cost very, very expensive. So, because this profession is very popular. I like doing home renovations also. Wow. Yes, absolutely agree. Oh my God, guys, sorry, I just lose your comments. Average salary for Ukrainian is $200 a week. So a week? So unless your maid is live in you, you can give her. Um, oh, average is $200 a week. I don't know. Okay, might be. Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, might be average salary $200 a week. Yes, I can agree. I can agree. Ukrainians count average salary in a month, not by weeks, because Ukrainians never get paid by weeks. Very rare that you can find a job in Ukraine, well, where you will be paid month. Usually it's once a month, usually. And but I agree with you. Yeah, it might be, yeah, $800 a month. It's average. Yeah, it's pretty average salary. Yeah, of course, because someone is consequently postponing the payment. It could be that they have a habit of doing so, and it's understood that they want reliable renters. Yeah. uh, but of course, if you rent apartment, you are not able to make big changes. And what I also wanted to tell you about is, as I know, maybe I'm wrong, guys, so I will be happy if you share your opinion. But as I understand, in states especially, people usually rent a house or a flat without anything in it. I mean, yeah, without beds, tables, yeah, um, and maybe even some mm, uh, some, I mean, microwave or something like this. Is it true that usually in states you rent empty, yeah, let's call it empty houses and apartments? Is it true? Because in Ukraine, no. I mean, 80% of, even more, I think 85% of all of apartments that people rent are already with everything you need to live. So there are already beds, there are already everything, and even dishes are already in this apartment. So people, do not need to buy it. And it's true. It's true. It's very rare that you can rent apartment in Ukraine without anything in it, which is empty. Usually, it's for more rich people, who will buy every time everything new. But it's very rare. Usually, apartments are rent with everything that you need to live in there. Here in America, it's called first, last, and security deposit, which is actually the same as whatever the monthly rental is. Yes, but I was telling you that in Spain here, yeah, it's first, last, and security deposit. But in Ukraine, it's the first month and the last month, and security deposit is one price. I mean, together in one price. So 200 for the first month and 200 the same for the last month and the same for security deposit. So you don't need to pay 200 first month, 200 last month, and 200 deposit. No, only 200 first month and 200 last month and deposit together. So that's what I was talking with you about. Uh, no money, no honey. Yes, absolutely. It's about Ukraine. It's all about Ukraine. So if you don't need money, you will not rent. If you have money, you will rent, and no need to worry about some documents about your occupation. What do you do for a living? No, it's not that much important. For all Westerns that have animals, if you want to rent in Ukraine and have a dog, it will be more difficult. They don't understand that we treat animals better than children. It's true. I see that you lived in Ukraine. Yeah, I'm sorry. Or maybe you told that before, but yeah, it's true. It's more difficult to find a flat with animals. And when I was working as a realtor, oh my God, if somebody calls me, my client, and they told me, oh, we have a small dog, a little dog, she's very well mannered, I just understand at this time that it will be very hard. It will be a very hard process, because you just call the owner, you just talk to the owner, and you're explaining. But the owners are, yeah, they're just afraid their apartment will be damaged, especially if it's fresh apartment. And usually it's more difficult to agree with those people, with the owners who are older, with the owners who are in their 50s. It's more difficult to agree with them than with the young owners, because if you call somebody who owns a flat, and the owner is 30, 27, 28, it will be easy. It will be easy because they understand, they are more open to agree. And once my clients were a family with a big dog, big Labrador, if you know, it's a big dog. And they wanted to find a new modern apartment with this big dog. And oh my God, we was looking for, I don't know, for a couple of weeks, which is pretty long for Ukraine, because here we looked for apartment 2 months, and I see for everybody it's normal, but for us, no, because usually in Ukraine, if you're looking for a flat, you will find it, oh my God, in 1 week, 2 maximum. But yeah, that time it was pretty hard. And I know that one owner, they agreed to rent apartment for this family with this dog, but if they will pay for first month's, last month's deposit, and also uh, like 2 more deposits, so like five times 5 times more than they should. I mean, first month's, last month's deposit, and also like 2 more deposits if something will happen. And it was it was extremely expensive if we will count it in general. And that family, of course, did not rent it because it was too expensive. There are a lot of street dogs in Ukraine. Absolutely agree. A lot of street dogs and cats. Street dogs and cats, yes. It was. I was thinking more of people with dogs in cities as pets. Here, where I live, there are many who live with dogs in apartments. Yes, in Ukraine too, there are many people who live with dogs in apartments. Absolutely. But they own apartment if they live with a dog, because if they rent, it will be very difficult. They usually own apartment. And yeah, it's quite popular in Ukraine. We love animals too, so a lot of people has animals, big dogs at home. Yeah. um, Many pick up homeless cats from the streets, take it to the vet, and yes, absolutely, it's true. A lot of people in Ukraine, they take animals from the street because, yeah, Unfortunately, it's a problem. Of course, if we were talking about big cities like Kiev, in the mainly in the big districts in Kiev, you will not find. It's more rare to find a street dog. Cats are more popular, but especially if we're talking about smaller cities, oh my God, yeah, there are a lot of street cats and dogs. Also, here in Norway, we have a lot of Slavic construction workers. They mostly do very good jobs. A lot of Polish and Ukrainians doing it, had no problems with them at all. Yes, yes, I have heard a lot of good, um, good reviews about Ukrainian constructions. Yeah, because in Ukraine, uh, as long as this profession is very popular, like very often man works as a construction. That's why maybe they are very picky, in Ukraine. Uh, but I heard that there are a lot of Ukrainian constructions all around the world, and people has pretty good reviews about this. So I'm glad to hear that. Can you suggest me how much should I pay? Okay, please go here. Okay, go here. When I lived in Nikolaev, there was a group hands. Depends. Wow, wow, yeah, I know that, now in 2022, of course, Ukraine are more open to do that. But anyway, there are many street animals, and that's why we cannot just take them all. It's just impossible, I think. But yeah, when I was a child, I lived in a district where there were a lot of homeless dogs, and moreover, they were very dangerous. I remember that I was almost attacked by the homeless dog at least 4 times when I was a child. So this situation happened a lot. I remember they were very aggressive, and you just walk the street, and the dog can stand um, um, uh, opposite to your way and start barking and start trying to bite you. So I was very scared. I remember, especially when you need to go to school, but you cannot. But yeah, now it's more of course, more safe. Now there are less homeless animals outside. Upgrades is with water and electricity. If the person is not experienced with electrician work or plumbing, it can be potentially dangerous. You know, I don't think in Ukraine it's a problem. Not at all. Mm-mm. Electricity, water, no. I mean, usually it's not a problem to find a good electrician or plumber. It's not hard. I wouldn't tell you it's hard. Um, so I think it's more, more hard to find some kind of constructor, who will paint, for example, who will paint your wall properly. This is more hard and expensive than to find an electrician, really. Even at 3,000, it's great to buy it. It's near the water, has lots of land. You could put 50 100 bucks home, all included. They ship it right there. Now, of course, you got to pay for shipping charges. I don't know, to ship it. It's very, very interesting. I have not heard about shipping the house. Oh my God. Very interesting. Um, but yeah, it's but the question is also, the location of the house, because I don't know about states, but usually Ukrainians, they prefer not to live far from the civilization, not to live far from the big city. And if this house is in the deep village, it will be really hard to go out, not because it's just far, but because of Ukrainian roads in the village, guys. If you will see some roads in some villages, you will just understand that you will drive once on this road and it will be the last time you drive, because some roads are really, they're just no road at all, only rocks. And I hope Ukrainian women will accept a man who cooks and likes interior behind creative fronts in my family. We're all creative souls in my. Wow! Of course she will appreciate it, of course she will appreciate it if you will especially help her in the kitchen. She will tell you that you are the best husband ever if you will help her in the kitchen, because in Ukraine it's very rare that the man can help with cooking. Usually it's what women do, and she will really appreciate it if you will help her. Why do Ukrainian girls like to have painted eyebrows like yourself? Uh, why? I mean, because Ukrainians ladies are very used to take a lot of care of themselves. I mean, it's very important for a Ukrainian lady, and that's why it's very rare if you will find a lady who does not care about her hair, about her hands, about her nails. It's very rare, because it's very important for Ukrainian to look good always, and that's why be sure she will, even if she has no opportunity, to go to super stylish beauty salon every day. No, she will just make it by herself, and she will be doing her best to look good always. So I want to bring my bird. No problem with the bird, no problem. But what kind of bird? Maybe it's an eagle. I don't know. But yeah, birds are also pretty popular in Ukraine. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. I appreciate your comments. Thank you. I remember this beautiful girl in the park with a cute French bulldog in Kiev. When I looked at the dog and smiled, she said, "Oh, you must be a foreigner." Oh, really? Wow. Okay, guys, I'm very sorry. I'm not able to show you another flat right now because my computer is just loading all of this time. So I'm very sorry for that. But another my computer is broken right now. That's why I cannot. I'm trying, but it just does not log in to show you another flat. I mean. So we can take free animals home? Yes, absolutely. In Ukraine, you can take an animal home. Nobody will tell you anything, of course. You just opposite. It's a good deal if you take some animal from the street, because um, you are saving the animal. Actually, you're saving, because unfortunately, some animals die during the winter. In cold conditions. So. How much is to learn to drive cost? Oh my god, guys, it's very cheap. In Ukraine, it's very cheap and it's everywhere. I mean, in Ukraine, to get a driving license, you will find a lot of, I mean, a lot of places, yeah, where they can teach you and give you driving license. It's not hard. I know that here in Spain people are, oh no, 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 it's very, very expensive, and you can take the driver license only in one special place. And oh my god, it's such a problem in Ukraine. No, guys, I cannot tell you how much exactly, but it's very cheap. I think it will be just about, I don't know. It will be about $80, I think. 80, maybe 100 maximum. I think about the price is about this, 100, about 100. Uh, and as you know, a lot of people get this driver license not in the fair way. So you can buy your driver license like this, very easy. Um, can people shoot those dogs? Street animals shoot? It's very cruel. I'm sorry, guys, but it's very cruel. Of course, maybe some crazy people can do that, but it will be very cruel and not understandable from other people. And I think maybe only in villages they can do this. If it's really dangerous for people, they cannot do anything. They will just kill an animal. But if you live in the city and there is street dogs, no, nobody will shoot them. No, it's very cruel. No. And in Ukraine, not everybody has a gun. It's pretty rare for just, without any license to have an actual gun. So no, it's rare. No. Diana, did Guarantee make a decision on some of your single ladies doing a live chat like you discussed yesterday? Yes, guys, we're still we're still thinking of it. We're still asking you because we're interested, first of all, of your opinion about this. If it will be interesting for you to, yeah, to go live with Ukrainian ladies and chat. Also, not to mention the Slavic bears in the forest. They say they are very macho and masculine. Yeah, it's pretty rare. Of course, if you live next to the city, even if it's a big forest, it's rare that you will find a bear. No, of course, bears, they don't live very close to people. I think because when I lived in Kiev, I was living next to the big forest, big, huge forest, and I was, very often spending my time there, and I never met even a rabbit, never. So I think it's pretty rare. No, you will not meet a bear for sure. Maybe, of course, if it's like very deep forest, somewhere, in the western Ukraine here, yeah, might be. But there will be some, some signs, road signs. Yeah, that's like danger. Must be wild animals here, something like this. I think. Uh, Oh, Ukrainian roads anywhere are hard. Not anywhere, but now we're getting better. Really, we're doing our best to have better roads. It's true. So, if you live in the city, uh, Yes, Gav, driver license is it's very easy to get it in Ukraine. You don't need actually to know how to drive. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that because guys, might be shock you now, but my mother, she does not know how to drive at all, and she got driving license, and she just bought driving license even though she does not know how to drive, but she's responsible and she does not, she does not drive because she understands that she cannot do that. But that's just to let you know that buy it in Ukraine very easy. It's true. Oh my god, guys, you write so many comments that I just trying to if driving in Ukraine, do we need an international driver's license? I think that in Ukraine you can drive actually with international driving license. Yes, I think yes. Okay, guys, I'm very sorry, but I'm having, a consultation with one of our clients. I must have it now, right after our live stream. So I'm very glad to talk to you guys, and I'm sorry if I did not have time, maybe to talk to everybody. But I'm very happy today for your questions. And yes, can you please give me a favor to like this video, to subscribe on our channel? Okay, I will really appreciate it. And please leave me in comments your ideas for the topics that you would like to talk about. If you still have any questions, you're also welcome to leave it on below the video. And yes, I will see you soon. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day and take care. Okay, thank you. Please like it, subscribe on the channel. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate all of your comments. Have a great day, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys.